Hey beautiful, welcome to Juliet Kitchen with Chef Yasmin. Today I'm showing you how to make this outrageously delicious roasted carrot and tomato soup. Also included in the video is how to deseed tomatoes as well as how to make the cashew milk used in the recipe. Let's start by prepping a few carrots. 4 to 5 medium carrots is usually plenty. Peel and dice or chop them roughly. I like to use organic carrots, but any type of carrots that you can afford is good enough. Smash and peel 4 to 5 garlic cloves. You can adjust the amount based on your garlic tolerance. Seed and dice 1 bell pepper. My preference is yellow or orange, but if you like red, you can use red as well. 5 vine-ripened tomatoes, or you can use Roma tomatoes, quartered and remove the seeds. Removing the tomato seeds are quite simple and easy. Once the tomatoes are quartered, use a small paring knife, serrated one preferable, and position it right below the bud, which is technically called the terminal bud, and slice the seed right out. It should come off quite easily. Be careful as you slice through because the tomatoes are slippery. No need to remove the skins from the tomato. It will all get pureed and the skin is rather healthy. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Dump all of these ingredients onto a sheet pan lined with parchment paper. Add in thyme leaves, freshly ground black pepper, salt, extra virgin olive oil. You want enough oil to coat all of the vegetables very well. The oil helps with the browning, and then I spread them in a single layer before transferring them into a preheated 425-degree oven. Roast 15 to 20 minutes. In the meantime, let's prepare the porcini mushroom stock. This stock is not only easy to pull together, but it's absolutely delicious and it marries together very well with the roasted vegetables. For the stock, I use 1 large onion, medium to large works, that's peeled and chopped. 2 scallions chopped. Sometimes instead of using the scallions, I use 1 leek, just the white part, so you can add that in if you like. Fresh thyme leaves and fresh sage are great in this recipe, but you could also use fresh oregano or rosemary or both. Fresh ginger is a must. It complements the carrots perfectly. Scan the barcode to follow on Instagram. We love a little bit of spicy kick in our soup, so for this I'm choosing 2 serrano peppers with the seed. 1 to 2 works perfectly. You could also use whatever type of hot pepper you like, or don't use it at all. Add extra virgin olive oil to a stock pot or Dutch oven. I'm using medium heat to saute all of the aromatics, the onions, peppers, garlic, all of the ginger and the herbs. Season with salt and saute for about 2 minutes. For a warm and earthy balance to the overall flavor, ground cinnamon and allspice works perfectly. Porcini mushroom powder adds a magical flavor to the dish. It's woodsy with a slight nutty undertone. I use the dried mushrooms and ground them into a powder. 6 to 6.5 cups of water is just the right amount for the stock. Give it a nice stir, scraping up any brown bits that may have formed on the bottom of the pot. Taste for the seasoning and adjust if necessary. Cover and simmer on medium-low for 20 to 30 minutes. Once the vegetables are roasted, add them to the stock. Give it a nice stir. Taste and adjust seasoning if necessary. Cover and simmer for 5 more minutes to marry those flavors. Transfer the soup in batches into a blender. I use a Vitamix, but you could also use an immersion blender to blend it right into the pot. But I want the soup very smooth, and I find that the blender works best. Oh my gosh, this looks amazing and it smells amazing. I add the pureed soup back to the pot, then add in 1 cup of homemade cashew milk. Give it a nice stir and cook for a minute or 2 to marry the flavors. For the unsweetened cashew milk, you can certainly buy store-bought. It's rather simple to make. It's usually 2 cups of water to 1 cup of unsalted raw cashews, and I let that sit overnight and then blend it in a blender. It's that simple. To round out the flavor, I add in some freshly grated nutmeg. A small amount goes a very long way. Give it a nice stir, and it's ready. Wow, this looks so creamy and it smells incredibly delicious. To serve this soup, I usually drizzle a little bit of truffle oil, but you could use extra virgin olive oil. I also add in some toasted walnuts, gives it a nice crunch, and top with some fresh scallions. This is definitely a soup that you'll be making all fall and winter long, but it's great any time of the year. The spices are so warm. The beautiful ginger, a hint of that spice going down the throat. It is absolutely delicious. It smells incredible too. Leave a comment and let me know what you think. Happy cooking!